Let's jump right into part 6, even though this isn't even technically a 6, of the VASOP modules. This is going to be product research. We're going to go over a bunch of different ways to do it, what metrics we're looking for, and that way you'll be able to understand the skill, know what you're looking for, revise, and create your own strategy to find effective products for your influencer to review. Let's jump into the computer and get started. All right, here we are in the computer. I'm going to show you a bunch of different ways to do product research so that you can determine your own strategy. Right now we're on the web app here under my Amazon in product research. This is where the auto research function is. If we pull up creator connections, you'll see where you can run this protocol from. Once again, I know I've gone over this a few times. Creator connections only actually populates when you are on your offsite store ID. So if you're on the store ID that's on Amazon, it will not populate. You have to make sure to switch over. I've said it so many times, but I'm just reiterating so that you know. Here we are on creator connections. The auto research function is going to be right here. Populate that up. Now, what we can do, a couple of different things. We can search by criteria. Strategy and methodology behind this is different for everybody. Perhaps you're going for high product value with low competition. Maybe you're looking for low product value, average price point $20 to $25. You want a high revenue so that you know you're getting a lot of sales volume and velocity. Maybe influencer video count, how many influencers are competing on that listing, isn't as important for you or that influencer. There's so many different strategies you can go after here. It really, really depends on what you want to target. For example, say I want to filter by price. I want it to be less than $50 each product. I want there to be less than 6 influencer videos. I want the revenue to be a minimum of $15,000 a month so that I know that they have sales velocity building and growing. These that I set, just one idea. Another option, you could do a minimum of $100 value for the product, not care about the influencer video count, and filter by overall sales instead of revenue. You want them to be making at least 50 sales a month. Just an option. Multiple different ways to segment out these metrics based on what you're looking for. You can also leave all these criteria out and just search for categories or keywords. Perhaps you communicate back and forth with your influencer. Your influencer says, I want to focus primarily on health and household items, electronics, fitness items, kitchen goods, home goods, whatever it may be. You can search for keywords in those product categories without even filtering by different product categories. Match limits for early exits. This is going to be as soon as you run it and it starts finding, it looks through the 748,000 campaigns right here. As soon as it finds X amount, say 100, it will stop searching and it will populate those up in your product research tool in the back office of the web app. Commission percentage, this one's pretty important. Say you want to shoot for 20%. I'm going to leave product categories wide open. I'm going to leave the keywords open as well. Once again, like I said, you can select this. It's really dependent on what your strategy is. Just click start and run. It will clear your current tool in the back office of the web app for product selection. Like I said in the last video, you do have to populate all these, click actions, copy to CC bucket, which will move them to your bucket manager, which each time you run it, it will not clear your bucket manager, so they are safe. If you leave them in auto research and you have not copied them over to the bucket manager, every time you run this, it will clear it and they will be lost. We're going to run it. I'm not going to run the entire thing just for purposes of demonstrations. Here, we've been running it 4 seconds and we've already found 3 matching products that meet those criteria. Now, albeit I did leave the criteria pretty loose, pretty wide open. I wasn't really trying to filter super deep. Again, that goes all the way back to your strategy. The strategy is really important that you choose to go with, and you can change and filter your strategy as you do it to see what's working for you. I'm going to exit early with just those 3 matches because I want to jump into a few other strategies. Let's go ahead and refresh our web app auto research tool so that we can see those 3 items that we got. Here are the 3 items we found. They are all from Falcon X or DCX Unlimited. They're all drones. Pretty low viral score. We do see they have 20% commissions. They have decent revenue. It's pretty low. It's over the metric that I set. They have a really good price to commission ratio. 150 bucks, 20%, you're making an easy 30 bucks per sale. With 162 days left on the Creator Connections campaign, you know that if you get a review up for this product, you have earning potential for well over a couple of months. It's almost 6 months, so it's really, really good. Now it is doing 50 monthly sales, and if we scroll over, we see that there are no influencer videos and there's also no top carousel. Because again, as I said, if there is no merchant video on the product listing, there is no top carousel actually populated, which can be a very unique opportunity because they have a Creator Connections campaign. You could actually get a sample, create a review, and offer that video to the brand, sell them usage rights, and then they use that to create a top carousel. They'll actually post that video on their Amazon listing. You can negotiate for $500 for a 6-month term for usage rights, or you could even negotiate for a percentage of revenue on the listing. Once again, it goes back to strategy. There are several different ways to do this. When I am looking through and finding out whether or not a product is something that I'm interested in, let's move over to the bucket manager. Actually, I'm going to grab those 3 and I'm going to move them into my bucket, copy so that you can see what that looks like. It will take just a second for it to populate. And then once it finishes, it will pop up with this, and then you know you're good. Let's move over to the bucket manager. This is how it comes stock. I'm actually going to move the columns around. Things that are really important for me are the 30-day revenue. I'm going to bring that up towards the top. Also really interested in how many days left are in the campaign, so I know how long I have as an opportunity to make money with this product. Important thing to know and note, an influencer video can only populate up to 6 slots in the top carousel. So that is 1 for the merchant and 5 influencer videos. So if there's more than 5 influencer videos, top carousel is quote unquote full. Some people might be sort of turned off from that and say, that's too much competition for me. I don't really want to try and compete for a spot that is already taken. However, it does pose quite an opportunity depending on specific metrics. So I went and filtered by viral score. Not that that's necessarily the best thing to filter by, because of course we see here 71 viral score. That's pretty okay, but it's got really low revenue. As we scroll over, we do see it does have a top carousel. And top carousel influencer, 0. To read and understand these, this is top carousel merchant, which is merchant videos, top carousel influencer, which is influencer videos, bottom carousel merchant, bottom carousel influencers, just so you are aware. As I'm scrolling through and looking through these metrics, I want to demonstrate with this one here. Top carousel is 6, meaning it is full. It does only have 29,000 in revenue. Actually, let's use this one. Top carousel 6, the top carousel is full. It's got a merchant video and it's got 5 influencer videos, 209,000 in revenue with a 30% commission. It is a 12-in-1 testosterone supplement. Now it does have 0 days left. It's very possible that they go ahead and create another Creator Connections campaign. Not that we're banking on maybes, just for the use case of this example. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the product listing because I want to show you a very important metric that we're not seeing here. Here is that product page. Like I said, top carousel is full. 6 videos. Maybe that's not as advantageous of a product. It actually has 15 total videos. However, this metric right here, average video length, 1 minute and 13 seconds. Amazon highly prefers watch time, not watch time percentage, but watch time. An important question to ask ourselves: do I, a physically strong, capable man that is a fitness influencer and love reviewing supplements, am I capable of making a video over 1 minute and 13 seconds long, preferably 2+ minutes, that I can highlight and talk about the features and functions of this supplement stack and steal one of these slots in this carousel? As we pull up and look at this carousel, we've got a bunch of videos from the brand.
5 in fact, and they're all very short. They're all less than 30 seconds. Right here in the top carousel for the influencers, 2 minutes, 17 seconds, 29 seconds, 36 seconds. I am extremely confident, even though that this top carousel is full, I'm extremely confident if I got my hands on a sample of this product, I could take one of those top carousel spots and I could start grabbing a chunk of this $251,000 of monthly revenue from this product. There's not a doubt in my mind that I could place on this product. That makes this a very good product to review. Despite the fact that there's 0 days left on the CC campaign, which very likely they will do it again. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Historical creator connections campaigns could be a advantageous thing we see in the future. It's got high volume, really high revenue. The carousel is full, but despite that, the average view duration, the average length of the videos is just over a minute, and I am very confident I can make a better review. That's an example of a product that seemingly looks not the best because the carousel's full, but actually it may be advantageous. Now, let's find some examples that we maybe wouldn't really want to spend our time on. 30-day revenue, filter by that bottom to top. All of these have 0 sales velocity. They're not doing a lot of volume. I'm not really interested in reviewing anything. Let's add more. Let's do 100. We're scrolling down. A lot of these, 0, 0, 0, 0. All this is 0. If a product is doing $1 million a month and I grab 1% of the pie, I'm making a pretty penny. If I grab 100% of the pie and they're doing $0 a month, 100% of 0 is still 0. These are all going to be a waste of time to review. Now, perhaps there's a lot of metrics we're not seeing here. Perhaps they just launched. It's a brand new product. They haven't even got the inventory into the Amazon fulfillment centers. That's why we're seeing 0 monthly sales. Or perhaps it's been a long listing product, but they went back ordered for a while and their sales velocity went from way up to way down, which by the way, we can see historical sales velocity here. This is the sales history. We can load this up and get a bunch of comprehensive data on this product. We filter by all-time history. This product just absolutely sucks. 0. In fact, I would delete that from my bucket manager. Wouldn't even be something that I would entertain. Let's filter by top carousel, lowest to highest. Here we go. Scroll back over. All of these are null. None of these videos even have a top carousel populated. Again, plus or minus. This is a positive and a negative. The negative being there's no top carousel, so the likelihood of you making money by creating a review for these products, much lower. The positive being it provides a lucrative opportunity to get a sample by requesting it and then selling the usage rights of your video for them to use as the actual top carousel merchant video. Which, if this is a reputable brand, it is a big brand that has been on Amazon and is going to continue to be on Amazon for a while. If you choose to opt for, say, $500 for a 6-month contract where they can use it, or a percentage of revenue, perhaps you want to go a percentage of revenue, 5% revenue. They continue to grow and scale that listing. Say they scale it up to $100,000 a month. You're getting 5% revenue. That's $5,000 recurring coming in. Your MRR, your monthly recurring revenue, goes up by $5,000 potentially. That's just from one deal. None of these have a top carousel. That's not very advantageous. And also you see an interesting thing with a lot of these videos that have no top carousel, they also have $0 in monthly revenue. I have 801 products saved in my bucket manager, but a lot of these I would just scrap right off the table. I'm obviously not going to do that right now, but you could go ahead and filter all these and just go ahead and remove them from the collection. I am not going to do that currently. That is an option. Now, obviously, how this coincides, I know we're going over product research, but when you find a bunch of products that meet all the criteria you're looking for, you can select them all and then send your messages right from here. It'll port you over to Creator Connections. That makes sending messages easier. So if you're doing effective product market research, then sending the messages in brand correspondence is really easy, and it's a subsidiary thing to actual effective product market research. More bad examples. This product, 10% creator connections, 0 monthly sales, 0 in revenue, bad news bears. 10%, this one's got 200 monthly sales, $5,600 in revenue, null on the top carousel, no carousel. Not necessarily super great. Let's get some more examples of good products. We filtered now from top to bottom, 30-day revenue. Here we see a big chunk of useful data. 206 days left on the Creator Connections campaign with a 10,000 budget. We got $38.99 product price, 600 sales a month. We're doing $24,000 in revenue. Top carousel is full. Am I really concerned about it? Let's take a look. Let's pull up the product. It is a red light therapy face and neck anti-aging massager. So yes, it is full, barely. It's got 8 influencer videos. Average length, 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So it looks like the influencers that are ranking on this are already paying attention. As I pull up here, that's the average. There's only 8 videos. So actually changing the average isn't that hard because there's literally less than 10 videos. 5 minutes, 3.5 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds. We got a 30-second just blanketed unboxing video in the top carousel. Again, I am 100% certain I can make a video review of this product. I can make a detailed review that's way, way, way better, way more informative, answers more questions, and is well over 2 minutes that will steal that top spot on the carousel. I will take this spot. Or I might even take the top spot. I guarantee you I can break into that top carousel problem. Top carousel is full. I'm not really worried about it. We got a lot of days, 206 days left on the Creator Connections campaign. It's got a good price point. It's sub 50. I like that. Got a lot of sales volume. If we look at the sales history, not just right now, but over time, let's filter by a year so we have a little bit of a longer time frame so we can see what's going on here. Interesting thing to note, we are seeing sales climb, but they are currently at a super peak. Depending on the PPC that the brand is putting behind this, which is outside of my control, we could either see BSR rank continue to go down, which means it's making more sales and sales velocity continue to increase, or it could drop off. However, right now, this looks like a very, very good opportunity. That is a thumbs up. Now, the reason why I'm breaking down the metrics and what I'm looking at and how I'm reading it in my mind is so that you can have an understanding, a gauge of metrics and KPIs that I'm looking for that are a good or bad bias on the product. Let's scroll down. Let's do another one. Interestingly enough, we see a lot of zeros on days left on the campaign. A lot of the products I have in my bucket manager, their CC campaign is about to go away, which is not super great. We can hope to see that they launch another one, especially given that their Creator Connections campaign was effective. A lot of these carousels are open. Here's one that's got a open carousel. Let's see here. $11,000 in revenue, not too great. $16 price point, 0 days left in the Creator Connections campaign, not super lovely. 319 days left, $37 price point. It's doing 300 sales a month at $11,000 in revenue. Top carousel is full. Again, it's got good reviews too, 4.4 stars. I like that. Again, let's pull this up. It is a chicken poop scooper. I don't have chickens, but I do have a cat. That'd be kind of hard to review in a cat box, but I could do it. Let's take a look once the Viral Vue product viewer populates. 10 influencer videos, average duration 1 minute and 24 seconds. Let's take a look at that top carousel. We've got a sub 1 minute, 2 sub 1 minute videos in the top carousel. I am thoroughly convinced I can make a better review that takes top placement for this product. I think that's probably enough digging through all the metrics and KPIs on the back office of Bucket Manager. So let me show you a couple more ways to go ahead and do product research. We're going to go over here to Creator Connections. I'm actually going to pull up my chat and go here to my Amazon keyword assistance. I am going to just grab one here, maybe coffee maker, put this into the campaign keyword search. Got 223 campaigns, and then I'm going to grab AZ scroll, click start, and let that start scrolling. You see that self-scrolling. Don't have to do that myself. Let this register and populate a few campaigns. From there, we'll go ahead and pull it up, and we'll read some data on the back end of Creator Connections to see what that looks like here. That should be enough. We'll go ahead and stop it and then open up product view. Once again, same situation. I've moved a lot of these around, which you can do right here. Again, I clicked right here on this. I'm going to pull video length up towards the top, as well as total influencer videos. We've seen that rearranged a little bit. Also, you can turn on filters here Let's go ahead and set a minimum viral score of 50 with a rating over 4.0. I want more than 300 30-day sales and a minimum of one top carousel merchant, guaranteeing that there is a top carousel populated. Right now that we have filtered by that, we have gotten rid of a lot of the fluff, and we're just now seeing stuff that's already in the wheelhouse that, based on my metrics and filters and criteria, this is already stuff that I'm pretty certain is going to be really good. We got some high viral scores. Now, volume of sales on this one, not too great. There are 0 influencer videos, so no competition yet. And if we scroll over and look, this metric right here is absolutely diabolical. It is super, super big of a pain point for brands. 579 influencers accepted the campaign. Only seven, single digit number have actually submitted content for the campaign. You're seeing a lot of people that are doing the influencer program. They are not actually following up on their deliverables and doing what they tell the brands they're going to do, which is a value gap in the market. If you are an individual of your word, if you actually execute on your deliverables, you are consistent, brands are going to notice that and want to work with you again and again and again and again. Scrolling over even further, top carousel, we have one, and that is the merchant. Literally no competition on this product. And obviously, average video length, that's going to be based off of the top carousel. So it's not available because there's no influencer videos. This is a grand slam home run right here. Now, why is it a grand slam home run? Well, it's very possible. Before I even look at the historical data, because this is at 18,000 in revenue, they have a brand new campaign. I bet you, before I even look at historical data, I bet you this product just launched. It's brand new. It's brand new from a brand that's not new to selling on Amazon. This isn't their first product. They already have a go-to-market strategy that's effective. This particular product and listing is new. Let's see if my sneaky suspicions are correct. Loading just over 500 reviews. Let's look at the 30-day revenue, and let's look at the history, which we can see monthly units, monthly revenue, price, BSR, and reviews. If we filter by all time, would you look at that? Filter by all time, and I was right. It only goes back 90 days because they just launched it in April. It's June. So this is a brand new product. That's why there's no competition yet. What was I right or was I right? This is an absolute grand slam home run of a product to review. Right there, boom, click, send the message, or just drop it in your bucket, which is what I'm going to do because I'm actually out of messages for the day. Let's look at a few more. 140,000 revenue. I like that. Influencer videos is 11, so the carousel is full. Going to have a little bit of competition there. Bit of a higher price point. This item is $140. Let's pull it up. Before we actually go and look at the product listing, let's keep diving into all of this. Only 9 days left on the campaign if they do not refresh it. That's not super desirable because that's not a lot of time to make money with the product. Again, same situation right over here. 557 accepted, 13 submitted content. This brand is itching for some influencers that are actually going to meet their deliverables. Very important. It gives you a first mover's advantage. Top carousel, they've got one merchant video and then one influencer video. So let's see what's going on here. Go ahead and actually pull up the product. So if we go and load up the top carousel, we do see it is full here. We got 4 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 50 seconds, and 3 minutes. These thumbnails are pretty. They look pretty good. Let's take a look real quick at this one. It's a minute long. Already, I would do a horizontal video, not a vertical video. That's just personally my strategy. There's nothing wrong with vertical videos. It's fine. This review kind of feels a little bit like a TikTok to me, not necessarily a customer facing product review, which is, it's fine. It's totally fine. I'm just making an observation. Really, really great job at showcasing all the use cases and functions of the product. I personally would have done a horizontal video, not a vertical video, and I'd make it more framed from a product review vantage point, not like a TikTok-esque vantage point. Just a difference in strategy. It's not one is better than the other. It's just people do it differently. Overall, 2 minutes and 13 seconds average. There was 2 videos in the carousel under a minute or just over a minute. I think I can rank on this product. Even though the carousel is full, I think this is a really good product. And there are 2 different product variants, meaning if you post up on both the parent and the child ASIN, which you grab this one to copy and paste both of them, I feel like this is something that I could make some money with. I'm going to go ahead and add that to my bucket as well. This right here, let's look at it. First off, before we even do product research, this is not a coffee machine. This is a nugget ice maker, countertop ice making machine. I don't know how the keyword snuck in there when I used coffee maker as my keyword. No matter. 29 influencer videos. Lots of competition going on right here. I'm going to go ahead and pull the video length because I want to know. Before I get that, let me scroll over and keep looking. Really, really cool things going on here. 2 minute and 28-second average length. That's pretty good. Now, it does have a very high commission, almost $29, and it's got a pretty high price point, $190 with 26 daily sales. Over a month left on the campaign. Now, I really like this 326 days a lot more than the 34 days. Alas, a little bit more higher percentage of influencers meeting their deliverables over here, which I like to see. We are seeing a lot of clicks and orders from this campaign, which leads me to believe after this 30-day period, when their Creator Connections campaign ends, they are likely to start another one. Top carousel's full. Realistically, if I pull this up, do I believe I can break in? Before I do that, see if I can break into the top carousel. Let's take a look at the revenue, see if it's trending up or down. Not getting a lot of metrics on that. So let's just go ahead and pull up the product. Let's go ahead and let that populate. There are a few different product variants here. Let's look at these videos. We're seeing some hefty reviews, 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 5.5 minutes, 4 minutes. One quick little one, 1 minute and 30 seconds. That is actually crazy. That's bringing up the average quite a bit. Now, there was one in there, 1 minute and 30 seconds. As far as functionality, I think I could do 2 reviews on this, one product review and then one story time, or effectively using it, sort of TikTok-esque, horizontal, demonstrating the product. I think very likely I could go ahead and rank on this product. 15% commission, a little bit lower than I'd like. I usually strive for 20-25%, but you know what? If it's got longevity and staying power, I think I am okay with it. Once again, as I pull up and look at the metrics on this one, this product does not have a lot of data. It leads me to believe that it may be very new, or the data pull on just this particular product isn't the best. Totally fine. It could work for me. I'm going to select it. Now, because I did use these filters, a lot of these are already within the means of what I might want to review. I am out of messages, so I can't send them, but I did add them to my bucket. A couple examples there of what I'm going to want to be looking for. Another thing, if you want to just go ahead and load up Amazon, we can actually just search right here. We're going to look for a garlic press. I know that's not a lot of continuity to a ice maker. I'm just looking up random keywords. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to scroll down to populate a couple of products. As the Viral Vue product view loads, we'll get more data from more products as we scroll down. I'm just going to click this button right here on the side to pull up product view. Here it goes, it populated. Now, here we're actually on Amazon. We're not in Creator Connections. In Creator Connections, obviously, the only thing that's populating are things that have a Creator Connections campaign, because we're already sifting through Creator Connections. Here, it's not like that, okay? A lot of them are none because they don't have a Creator Connections campaign, so we can't even reach out directly to these brands. We want to filter by Creator Connections campaigns. We see here there's only 2 of them, and this is the one that is not in our bucket manager. Quickly look at it, 16,000 revenue, 3 influencer videos, $26 product price, 20 sales a day. Top carousel is not full, but very likely that that could be a very advantageous product to review. Now, I do want to pull the average percentage, 1 minute and 17 seconds. Yeah, this is a grand slam home run. I'd review this 100%. Guaranteed, as soon as I create my video, I will already have a spot on the top carousel. It's not even full. I can make a we've got a video that's 27 seconds in the top carousel. We're way better than that. Crushing it. I can absolutely crush this. 10% commission, a little lower than I would like, but you know what? I actually want a new garlic press. And that goes into a little further than just product research. Sometimes influencers are going to ask your VA to get this, and that product, not because it's advantageous to review and we're going to make money, because I actually just want one of those. So start sending out messages to request for this product because I want one of these products. Whether it makes me money or not, that's like a byproduct, it's a subsidiary. It'd be cool if it did, but I just want this product. So go ahead and request for it. Boom, I want a garlic press. Let's go. Another really, really useful thing when it comes to product market research, if you come into the profits dashboard on the web app under My Amazon and you go to either onsite or offsite, it doesn't matter wherever, or creator connections, you can actually see products as well as their return on investment, how much you've been selling over time. This will give you, if you pull a lot of these up, you can find out what are the product categories that are hitting really hard for this influencer, right? Here are creator connections, campaigns, and earnings. We'll see office chairs, hidden camera, that's tech. This is a dash cam. All right, so we're kind of seeing a reoccurring theme. This is a standing desk, office chair, sauna, office chair. We're seeing a lot of similar product types, as well as if you go over to influencer revival opportunities, you'll be able to see products that were doing some revenue and then haven't sold in a while, which could be meaning it's advantageous to re-review these or maybe check them and make sure that an ASIN is still tagged. This type of data can be really useful to determine what product categories are really selling really well for this influencer. Continue to go after those type of products. We've gone over sifting through KPIs, data, and metrics, what's good and what's bad on the back office of your bucket manager, as well as directly in Creator Connections, how the UI UX looks a little different and what metrics you're going to be looking for here. Same metrics, just a different layout and organizational pattern. It may be advantageous to use a master list of keywords from AI of product categories that your influencer is doing well with so that you can know what to search for each day and then look through the campaigns based on those product categories. We also went over actually just looking through Product Vue natively on Amazon in the same way, but a third different way to do product research and look for potential opportunities to make more money. That is a great baseline for doing product market research. Next up, we can also filter here and get rid of all the junk. Or we could filter by 0 monthly revenue and then just select all of those and cancel those from your bucket manager so they're gone. That is a great look, a first dive into product market research. From there, you'll have enough data and understanding to be able to formulate your own strategy and continue to adapt and grow that strategy as you get more experience and as you get more metrics under your belt. You have proof positive that this is working. Let's move on to the next one, which is going to be storefront optimizations.